this is Sky, and you are now listening to Look Up. I'm here. This is season 2, episode 1, and it's the startup. It is the point where I'm starting all over, and I'm starting myself up. I'm building myself up, and I have no clue on how to do that. In season 1, from the breakup, when I left the Forbidden, it was difficult. I didn't know how to be by myself. I was a codependent to the abuse in every aspect of the word abuse. I missed it. I missed him because that's all I knew. Because you got to understand, I've been with him at a very young age. And so a part of me, I felt died. My comfort zone, my dependent zone kind of like died. And I was sad. I was sad for my daughter because she didn't have her dad. And that was like one of the main reasons I was holding on. I didn't want her growing up without her dad. The apartment was quiet. I wasn't used to being by myself. I wasn't used to not being around chaos and drama. So my emotions were all over the place and it was coming out. And I was really in a dark place. And the trauma, the pain, the fights, I missed that shit. I was like, it just didn't feel the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was hard to refocus. It was hard to reset. It was hard to rebuild. It was hard to understand who I am, what I was. And so I had to start all over to find my identity. And, you know, when I broke up with him, I broke up with the savior, which was like, saved my life. And that also took a toll on me. So, you know, I'm thinking the coping mechanism would be like me going out, drinking and hanging out. And it wasn't about no F him and F my life and everything that I've built with him. It was the sadness, it was the regret, it was the pain that I didn't know how to learn to heal from. And the startup was like, I had to regain my mind. I had to get my money right. I had to make sure I hold my daughter down. I had to stop what I was doing and start thinking. I had to stop thoughting and start thinking. And so the startup for me was getting back into school, graduating on time, making sure that I get my job, making sure now I can walk around with a smile rather than me covering my bruises with the glasses and everything. You know what I'm saying? And it was very difficult. It was hard. It was emotional. I was going through ups and downs, and I just didn't understand because I didn't know anyone that I could relate to. And still to this day, you know, it's really hard for me to find someone that I can actually like, they can like understand me rather than them saying, oh, I know how you feel, or I can imagine. I just want them to understand that mental stability is super important in allowing yourself to grow. And so when that happened, you know, the startup for me was a pivotal point in my life because now I'm by myself. Now I gotta do this all by myself. I gotta readjust plans. I gotta rearrange programs. I gotta rearrange my livelihood. You know, what I'm used to is no longer in existence. What I'm accustomed to is no longer in existence. What I predict is gonna happen, you know, it's not gonna happen. And also, you know, standing up to my fears, you know, the loneliness, standing up to my fears of wanting him back and thinking that it's gonna change, standing up to everything that I was ignorant to. And it just set me back. And so like, you know, when you think about it, and when I think about it now, reflecting back, you know, I was really carried out on emotions. He tried and couldn't. He did not know and I couldn't. And I did not know. And so like, I had to get my shit together. And what I did was I actually like grinded. I refocused my mind. I focused on getting myself and getting these degrees, building myself and being a better mother, being a better sister, a better daughter, and also a better self. And so the startup to me was the aftermath. You know, after the war, and you're looking at your life and its destruction, and you're like, shit, this is what happens after. So now, is it the aftermath? Or do I gotta flip it and call it the startup? Because now I'm starting